It was past midnight when I realized the key wouldn't turn. The lock clicked, but not the way it used to. The metal resisted, stiff, deliberate. I jiggled it once, twice, then stopped. The porch light was off. The curtains were drawn. Inside, silence. I stood there with the cold biting through my coat, my briefcase dangling from numb fingers. The day had already hollowed me out. Another pointless argument at work. Another reminder that I was replaceable even where I'd once mattered. Then my phone vibrated. A message from her. Come home early next time. No context. No explanation. Just that familiar smirk translated into text. Careless, cruel, precise. I called her once. Twice. 23 times. No answer. The street was empty. The kind of quiet that feels heavy, like the world is holding its breath before frost sets in. My breath turned white against the dark. Then movement across the street. Our neighbor, Leah. She stood by her window, light spilling over her like some quiet invitation. She tilted her head slightly, as if she'd been expecting me. When I finally knocked, she didn't look surprised. She opened the door just enough for her perfume, jasmine, slow and familiar, to slip through. You look frozen, she whispered. Come in. Her living room was too warm, too soft. The kind of warmth that feels wrong after cold. Leah made tea, said nothing. I sat on her couch, coat still on, steam rising between us in slow ghosts. You two had another fight? She finally asked. I didn't answer, just stare at the frost building on her window. She locked me out. I said. Leah nodded like she already knew. Funny, she murmured. She wasn't alone tonight. The words didn't land right away. They hovered in the air, shapeless, until they started to burn. What do you mean? I asked. Leah looked at me, really looked. You don't want me to tell you that. The silence cracked open between us. I wanted to laugh, dismiss it, pretend it was gossip or jealousy, but something in Leah's eyes, pity mixed with confirmation, made me go still. I checked my phone. Her last scene was 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes. She'd been awake, reading my messages, ignoring every one. Leah poured more tea. I hear things, she said softly. Walls here, they're thin. Her tone was almost kind. Almost. I wasn't angry yet. Just empty. Then I remembered what she'd said at the door. What was your condition? I asked. Leah smiled faintly. That you don't tell her you stayed here. Not tonight. I nodded. I understood too well. The next morning I went home. She was in the kitchen, humming. Her hair was wet. She wore my shirt. You're up early, she said casually without turning around. I just watched her, the back of her neck, the way her shoulders moved as she pretended nothing had happened. You locked me out, I said. She laughed. You came home too late. No apology, no explanation, just a wall of indifference. I said nothing, just showered, dressed, moved the day like routine could hide the fracture. But that week, I started noticing things. Her phone always face down. The sudden urge to walk the dog. The faint perfume that wasn't hers. So I started collecting details. Quietly, receipts in her purse. A hidden folder in her phone. One photo she forgot to delete. Cropped, blurred, but enough. Leah was right. She hadn't been alone that night. When I saw the man's reflection in her sunglasses, his hand on her shoulder, I didn't feel anger. I felt clarity. I printed the photo, folded it, slipped it into my wallet. Then I waited until she thought I'd let it go. Friday night. She came home late. I was sitting at the table, lights low, dinner untouched. She tossed her keys on the counter. Rough day? She asked, careless. I slid the folded photo across the table. She hesitated, then opened it. Her face drained, then tightened. You went through my phone, she said. I didn't reply. Just watched. It's not what it looks like. I tilted my head. Then tell me what it looks like. She didn't. Her hand trembled as she set the photo down. You could have just asked, she whispered. I did. The silence stretched between us, sharp, unbridgeable. For the first time, I noticed how small her voice had become and how calm mine was. I handed her my phone. Screen lit. Was this before or after he left? I read aloud. Come home early next time. Her eyes flickered. You're twisting this. No, I said. You already did. She tried to speak, but I was already standing. I walked to the door and opened it wide. Cold air poured in. The same cold she left me in that night. I'm giving you what you gave me, I said. A door that won't open again. She froze. You can't just... I already did. Then I left. I didn't go far. Just across the street. Leah's light was on again. She opened the door before I knocked. I heard, she said. I know, I replied. You always do. Same condition as before, she asked. I shook my head. No conditions tonight. For the first time, I felt the weight lift, not peace, not relief, but something colder, understanding. People think betrayal shatters you. It doesn't. It refines you. It burns away illusion until only truth remains. I sat by the window, watching my house go dark. When her shadow disappeared from behind the curtains, I smiled faintly, because for once, I wasn't the one locked out. She was. Some doors don't close by accident. They close because someone finally learned how to lock them.